En actie.
Actie.
Oh, Expeditie Beagle, right? Take a seat. I was just wondering about Obama in the future, who was apologizing for the catastrophe as a result of the climate change. All climate change conferences to this date have been flops, missed chances. But what is really going on with the climate change? You will hear it from the dog.
Good morning. I'm the professor. I was wondering, have you ever been in a situation in which you wanted to walk out of the door, but your mother prohibited you due to the cold weather? As a result, you need to wear a too hot coat, and you started to sweat. The same is happening with the Earth just right now, but only Mama Sun is being fooled around by humankind. Humankind is burning carbon dioxide, and this is thickening the ozone layer, or Mama's coat. Because of the thickening, all the ice is melting and the water gauge will become a critical factor. But of course, we have plants, and these little creatures, they consume all the CO2 for us. But because of our industries, our cars, and our airplanes, this is becoming too much for the plants to consume. The plants will become saturated. If we keep on going like this, everything will melt and drown at the same time. And what should we do then?
Yeah, good question. What should we do then? What should we do when we're out of resources and we're on the brink of wars due to when we're fighting over the last resources we have left? The more we take away from Mother Nature, the more we destruct. For instance, if you look at the North Pole, which is almost melting completely, if the last melt water will flow into the Mexican Gulf Stream, which provides Europe for its relatively warm weather, then Europe will jump into an ice age. And this is just Europe we are talking about. What happens to the entire world?
Exactly. We will lose our luxurious way of life as we know of it. Many people will die due to food shortages and, well, frankly enough, we are consuming ourselves to our doomed end. If Malthus were still alive, he could prove his theory right. But now we have only discussed climate change and the problems it brings with it. Now, what will life look like in, let's say, 500 years? My colleague and me have thought deeply about this question, and we found a possible few answers. First of all, people will live in the highest points on the planet due to the high water levels and the catastrophes which will take place due to event of time. After that, we will be totally dependent on biotechnology. Scientists have discussed a new way of farming called vertical farming. That's not like trying to plant seeds using a jetpack. No, it's like big installations in which we treat our plant beings with the most care, and so they can make crops for us, so we can eat these. Of course, we shall also make algae tanks, in which we can make new biodiesel for us as a new energy source. Humankind will be dependent on technology.
Copenhagen was a fiasco and Kyoto wasn't to be called a success either. The Earth is busily repudiating us. So we have to change now, before 2050, because then it's too late.
I fully agree, Gijsbert. We must change. We must save up energy, save up money, and save up the last bits of oil we have. But now we have not finished yet. We have only discussed what we just discussed, but what is human life gonna look like?
Well, Jonathan, that's a very good question indeed. At first, the amount of humans on Earth will shrink tremendously. Then the only question that is left is who will survive. Will it be the richest, who have the most amount of money to buy themselves out of the food crisis, or will it be the smartest who can innovate things through which they could easily survive? So will it be the rich, or will it be the smart? Who will be the fittest?
Of course, this is not an expectancy to dream of, but only what we know is we must change. We must protect ourselves from the future, protect ourselves from the catastrophes that would be likely to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jonathan Heemskerk.
And my name is Gijs Keser. Have a good day.
Have a good day.